we don't like talking to these screens. Why? Because this is our time where our leadership gets the chance to drop something on you, right? Unique value, which is the information that you're going to need to grow and be successful. So I hope you got pen, paper ready, right? And a student mindset ready, right? So let me pass the call over to Cedar Moore. Great morning.
Great morning, Quincy. Thank you so much. Yes, guys, today is our Wednesday call where the leadership drops some knowledge. So I want to throw the ball over to Miss Charlene. Miss Charlene is in talent acquisition. And I say this every time, but some of you are new, some of you are not. But she's one of the first faces you see. And if you don't do the right thing, she may be one of the last faces you see. So also, I just want to say this. Miss Charlene sends a text out that comes through Telegram. Every morning, you just need to put in field or out of field. So please do that for her and have your cameras on because Miss Charlene is going to say that. So Miss Charlene, I'm gonna throw the ball over to you. Great morning, Miss Charlene.
Great morning. Thank you, Miss Cedar. Great morning, everyone. Great morning.
Great morning, Charlene.
I'm just looking to see how many people actually heard what Quincy said about changing your name, about turning on your cameras. I'm just looking to see who all's going to really be a participant this morning. Of course, my name is Charlene. I am the talent acquisitioner here for Bridge the Gap Marketing. And as Miss Cedar said, there are a few things that I do around here, and sending out that message in the morning time is one of them. So I would definitely appreciate you accommodating us with that and letting us know whether or not you're going to be in field or out of field. Also, I send out the leaders board to make sure that you know what your numbers are. If you ever have any problems with those, you can always reach out to me and I will be able to look it up, correct it, whatever I need to do. I'm not a type of person that feel like I'm perfect, so I do make mistakes. So if you call me on one, I appreciate it. My topic for this morning is going to be on ambition. There are a lot of ways that we can define ambition, but the most common definition is when you have desire and determination to work towards and achieve great things. And I'm sure we all have ambition. I hope we all have ambition because with this job, you need to have ambition. You need to want to be able to grow, to achieve great things. You want to be that GM one day. You want to be the CEO of your own company one day. So without ambition and determination and working toward it, you won't be able to say that. Also, you know, ambition is described as like a fire in your belly. It's something that gets you all so excited and so giddy that you be like, oh man, I know I can do this. I know I got this. I can handle this. This is what I want to do. So it's about being goal driven, having goals and the energy to accomplish them. You want to be able to have the energy. Having a goal and not having the energy to move forward with it is only just something that's in your head, something that's in your mind, something that you let come out your mouth. But if you actually put forth the effort that you need to accomplish the goals that you need, then you will definitely succeed. I've compiled a list of 6 ambitious examples of life that we can have. First of all, wanting to be great at something. If you want to be great at something, just raise your hand. I mean, everybody, if you want to be great at anything, you're going to have, you know, you might have a hobby or a skill set that you've been doing for quite a while. You feel that you are a master of it. Well, that's been ambitious because you didn't give up. You didn't let go. You kept doing. You were practicing when you didn't know you were practicing. You might have thought that that game that you mastered, that game was you the king of that game or you the champion of that game, however you phrase yourself to be. But you know, you didn't get that way without constantly playing that game. And that's life. You got to constantly play the game. And life is a game within itself. It's everything that we need in order to get through from one day to another. Also, be passionate. Be passionate about whatever it is that you want to do. Be passionate about what you are ambitious about doing. Being passionate about going to the club, that is not being ambitious in the right mode. Be passionate about what you want people to see you as, what you want your children to see you as, what you want your family to think of you. Be passionate about those types of things. We got to make sure that we keep the right passions and the right focus at all times. And of course, every topic I give you is about being persistent. Be persistent. Persistence, you know, in order to be an ambitious person, you won't give up easily. If you're persistent, you will keep going. You'll be willing to learn the new skills that it takes. You'll set the new long-term goals that you means that will enable you to achieve that success. Number 4, make a difference. You strive to make a difference in both your community and your life. Everywhere you go, you want to make a difference. You want someone to say, yes, I know that guy. He's a good guy. I know that lady. She's a good lady. You know, you want to have your name ringing when when you're not even around. My mother used to tell me, if people are talking about you, that means they're thinking about you. And we want people to think about us. We want them to think about us in the right aspect. And number 5, have a vision. Visualization is key. You'll have a clear idea of what you want to achieve in your life if you can visualize it. If you can see it, you can believe it, just as the quote goes. So visualize what you want in life. Visualize where you see yourself at. Visualize where you want your family to be. Visualize what it is that you have all together in life. Everything that comes together, it makes up you, not just you, your friends, your family, your jobs, your habits, they all make you up. And number 6, self-motivation. We can't get enough of self-motivation. Nobody has to tell you twice to work hard towards your personal goals if you have self-motivation. No one has to tell you twice to get up and go to work. No one has to tell you twice to do anything, because if you're self-motivated, you're going to do it, and you're going to feel like you messed up when somebody else tell you that you need to do it. So be persistent with yourself. Have a vision for yourself. Carry all these things with you, and that brings about ambition. We all need ambition in this company because we all want to grow, and I want to see everybody grow. You know, because like my ambition in life was to have a fulfilling career, that I wanted to be able to contribute to this company in any way that I could contribute to this company. So that was my ambition, to be a force and a help with this company as well. I'm always looking for the new opportunities that challenge me so I can constantly give the best work output possible. So I'm going to pose a question to you. What are your future ambitions? Now, your future ambitions can be the milestones or targets that you aim to achieve as you progress in your career. But ask yourself, what are my ambitions? What is it that I want to succeed at? Thank you, and I appreciate you guys for listening. I hope you got something out of that. Drop it in the chat if you have any comments or questions.
Miss Charlene, amazing. I hope you guys have pen and paper, because Miss Charlene just dropped some great stuff. Let's throw some fire in the chat for her. How to be an ambitious person, Miss Charlene, talent acquisition. Now we're gonna throw the ball over to Dodley. Dodley is in call center, number 1. Dodley, what do you have for us today?
Yeah.
Great morning.
Good morning. Good morning, guys. My name is Dudley, call center number 1, admin, right? And I'm in charge of the ADP. All right. So today, what I want to talk about. Today, what I want to talk about is determination, right? So those are quote that I saw and I liked it and I wanted to talk about it, right? It says determination is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it, right? You know, a lot of time we feel like, you know what to do, but sometimes we kind of get like, stagnant, and you're like, should we do it and stuff like that? So I'm gonna give you 6 steps, in order for you to be determined. All right. So the first step is avoid distractions. That's the first step right there to the determination, is avoid distractions, right? The second step is narrow your choices. All right. So if you identify what distracts you and stay committed to avoiding it, avoiding it, then you become much more focused on your goal. All right. Like I said, step 2 is narrow your choices. All right. Become deeply committed. Step 3. How you could become deeply committed is, you can actually have a plan, right? Write your goals down, make sure you see it every single day, know what the end of the goal is. All right. Step 4 is creating personal values. All right. Step 5 is taking actions. Take actions now. And step 6 is don't forget the finish line. A lot of time when, obstacles is in our way, we actually try to run away, right? But the moment, let's say, okay, hey, we have certain, obstacles in our way, but we think about the finish line, we think about what we're gonna get at the end of when everything is finished, it actually drives you a little bit, it drives you to actually get whatever things done. So these are 6 steps I have to be determined, even when you don't feel like it. All right.
And then what was the fourth step?
The first step was,
No, the fourth.
the 4th one, create personal values.
Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Create personal values.
Create personal values. Yep.
That
Dudley?
Yes.
Okay, is that it for you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, all
Mhm.
right, so let's give it up for Dudley. How, his call center number 1, how to become a determined person. Thank you for that. Let's throw some fire in the chat for Dudley. Dudley, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for that.
No
These are
problem.
actual steps that we can take every single day, to become a determined person. That's beautiful. Now I'm gonna throw the ball over to Laquita, who is call center number 2. Great morning, Laquita.
Grand Rising, everyone. You don't mind, can you give me just a few moments, Stephen?
Yes. Okay.
All right.
So we will now throw the ball over to Mitharli, who was call center number 3. Mitharli, what do you have for us today?
Great morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is
Good morning.
Mitharli. Good morning. And I'm the call center extension 2. I also help with onboarding with the company. And this morning, I just want to talk about staying close to the fire. And the reason why I chose this topic is because, as you guys can see in the chat, especially last week, how VA and Brooklyn, how they were just going at each other and setting the fire in the chat or in the company. And I know a lot of us were just on the side and watching and rooting for VA or rooting for Brooklyn, because whoever won, it's still us winning at the end of the day. But at the same time, you also have to put yourself in position to be in the fire, to not just, you know, stay on the sidelines and just watching and rooting. I felt some type of way just watching them going. I'm like, damn, I'm not in the match. I'm just watching. So that's why I have this topic of staying close to the fire. Yes, we have to root for them and, you know, support them because we love them and we want everybody to win. But at the same time, you also have to want for yourself to be rooted for. And in order for that to happen, you have to, you know, be in the match, put yourself close to the fire or be in the fire. And, you know, the benefits of you putting yourself in the fire, not only you make more money, but you can also become the trailblazer for your team. It's one team, but we know it's different markets. So don't just count yourself out. So I just want to tell you guys, don't count yourself out. You can be part of this too. You can be in the chat, or you can, if PA wasn't on the board like that last week, I saw Anthony Sharp putting in sales in the chat for PA. And I think he's becoming the trailblazer for his team right now. So if you guys want to stay close to the fire, follow what he's doing and put yourself out there and do what you have to do for your team. So I have 3 steps on, you know, how to go ahead and do that. And step number 1 is to speak to not the top sales agent in your market. Speak to that person. If it's Crystal or Burgundy that was in your team making sales, I saw Kim, and Kim was working with Crystal yesterday. So work with somebody that's actually making a difference so you can become the person, or, you know, become the help in your team that can put your team on the map. So work close with somebody that's doing what you want to do. Don't just, you know, don't just separate yourself from the fire. Don't let that intimidate you and, you know, push you to the side instead of, you know, being out there and putting in the sales and doing what you have to do. So stay close to that person that motivates you, that person who's, you know, carrying the team, that person that's always there doing what they have to do. And if you aspire to be that, stay close to that person. You can't separate yourself. The more you separate yourself, the less sales you're going to start putting in, the more intimidated you're going to become. So get yourself used to being in the fire, even if you're not putting as much sales, but being in that environment and watching somebody else do the work, that has to inspire you. And then that's when you start putting in the work. And number 2 is work more. If you've been working less, you know, maybe last week or the week before, just work more. Be in the field earlier, be the first one there and be the last one out. That's how you become a trailblazer. That's how you can help make a difference in your team. So not only are you being inspired and watching somebody else do the work, but you start doing the work and you do more of what you've been doing from before. You know, that's the way. So you could put yourself on the map, put your team on the map, and put some sales in your pockets. And number 3, set higher goals. Set higher goals for yourself, whether it's income goals, or maybe you'd like to be in number 1 in the company, number 2, maybe you were number 10 last week and you want to move up to number 5. So set higher goals for yourself, because I know if you have a goal to move towards, that's going to push you a little bit more. It's going to push you a little bit better so you could do more. So set higher goals. Don't go easy on yourself, because if somebody else can do it, you too can do it, because we all started in the same company. We're all in the same company. We all got BTG University, and we all have access to the best of the best, and we're all around each other. So use what you have to your advantage and set higher goals. Not only are you staying close to the fire by getting close to that person, but, you know, you're pushing yourself to do more because you know you can do more. Don't isolate yourself from the fire. Stay close to the fire. So yeah, that's all I have to talk about this morning. And I hope that we could just start putting in more numbers on the board and become the trailblazer. Don't just watch people become the trailblazers and do what they have to do. You too can do it. And it's not just VA in Brooklyn, also Walmart's. We can be on the board too. And even if you don't have a big competition going on yet, you could set little competitions between your teammates in your market, and that's gonna become big. when you guys are challenging each other in the field, you're challenging each other, you're gonna get your sales up, your team sales gonna go up. And next thing you know, now it's gonna be your team versus, you know, that number one team, that number one market. And that's how we all win. So we could do it. That's all I have to talk about this morning. If you guys have any questions or any questions regarding BTG University, I'm also here to answer that.
Thoroughly, thank you so much for that. That was much needed. You know, how to stay close to the fire. 3 steps on how to do that. That is amazing because I mean, we hear it all the time. I've heard Quincy say it. I've heard, same thing as Dudley. He said being consistent, even if you're not motivated, right? And the same thing with just right now what Darley said, stay close to the fire, stay close, because you can't be with somebody negative, right? And it's not going to bring you up, it's going to bring you down. So you got to stay with like-minded people. So stay close to the fire, guys. Mitharli, amazing. Let's throw some fire in the chat for her. I love that. All right. So once again, thank you, Tharli, for that. Now we will throw the ball over to Laquita. Laquita, you ready for us? What is your topic today? Call center number 2.
Yes, ma'am. I'm definitely ready now. So my topic for you guys today is, it's a secret. All right, no, it's not a secret. It's not a secret. So today I will be talking to you guys about making a sale from anywhere. All right. So what that means with making a sale from anywhere means is if they can get files, you can get them. Make sense? Hopefully it does. So that means if, of course, there's no files in Florida. So when I use this as an example, they'll be like, oh, we can do files in Florida. No. So if a person did stay in a place as if they were in Delaware or something like that, and they're capable of getting files, we can do those sales. Just make sure that when we are placing these sales, we call into the call center. We use extension 1, 2, or 3. Once we call in, we say, hey, who are we? For instance, my name. Hey, I'm calling in. My name is Laquita. I have a sale from Delaware. Can you help me place this sale? Once you say that, it's like, okay, cool. Where's the sale for? Okay, again, the sale is for Delaware. I'm from PA or I'm from VA. Once you do that, that will help us learn to which login to log into and also to get the ball rolling. And that's pretty much it. That's all it takes. All you guys got to do is just say, hey, I have that sale from a different place. I need you to place it. And that's the bottom line. That's all it is to it. There's no too much running around or anything. So do whatever you can to be able to make the sales that you need to make. If you have a goal, make sure that you're accomplishing your goals. If you set out a goal for the week, if you say, hey, I got 10 sales that I want to make for the week, make sure that you're meeting your goals. You got to push yourself hard. That way you can get out there and do what you need to do. The only person that's going to make you get up and do anything that you want to do is you. And that's all I have for us today.
All right. That is amazing. Making sales from anywhere, being able to make sales. I mean, that's amazing that we're able to make sales from it, being able to be inside of, our wire centers and being able to make sales from anywhere. Just call, just like Laquita just said, call and say that it is a referral sale and make sure that you let her know that. And what, whatever market is for, if you're doing a New York sale, if you're doing a VA sale, whatever sale it is, let her know and let the call center know. Also, guys, I wanted to say this in the beginning, have everything ready for call center. Make sure you have the name of the customer, make sure you have the smart card done, ACP done, it makes the call center's life a little bit easier when everything is prepared. So Quita, thank you so much for that, making sales from anywhere. So let's throw some fire in the chat for her. And we are now going to throw the ball over to Leah, General Manager in PA. Let's get it.
Great morning, everybody.
Great morning, Leah.
Good morning.
So this morning, This morning, I just wanted to speak about 5 ways of staying motivated. So number 1 is always act with a purpose. Start at every action with the review of your purpose. However, put everything you do into context. Having a purpose for every act keeps you aimed at your life goals rather than cooling your heels. The second one is take responsibility for your own results. If you're responsible for your own results, you take ownership of whatever future that emerges from those results. You continue to move forward towards your goals, even when you encounter setbacks. And number 3 is don't wait for perfection, just do it. Perfectionists are the hugest losers in life because they either expect things to be perfect before they take action, or if they do take action, they can't enjoy whatever happens because it's not the perfect outcome. The real joy of achievement doesn't come from what you achieve, but from your efforts in trying to achieve it. The only thing that's perfect in this world is that you're perfectly free to take action now, as and right now. And number 4, eat wisely because success takes energy. Number 5, surround yourself with motivated people. If you hang around people who are energized, purposeful, and committed to making a difference in the world, that's what you'll consider normal. Being motivated will stop being something that you do and instead become who you are. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Leah, for that. Appreciate it. So, Talia, General Manager of PA, and it's steps to stay motivated was the topic. Thank you so much for that, Talia. And now, let's see who's left. I see Crystal is not on the call. So that leaves me now. And I am going to talk about the importance of staying consistent, you know, how to, and to be successful at doing it. So number 1 is write down your goals. Write down what it is that you would like to accomplish. Set forth that goal and continue to do it. Don't stop. Don't stop until you reach that goal. Doesn't matter if you're tired, doesn't matter what it is, just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, because at the end of it, you become successful because that feeling that you have inside to say, I did it, I did this thing. But when you don't accomplish it, it doesn't feel good, does it? You go to bed and you're like, man, I didn't do it. I didn't do what I said I was going to do. Let's just say it's the sales, right? So let's say you said you want to do 6 sales for the day, right? And you missed it by 1. It still bothers you because you know that you set that goal and you didn't stop. You said, hey, I could have stayed out there until, you know, this is me. I'm just saying I could have stayed out there till 8:45 and said, man, you know, 8:45, 9 o'clock hit. We can make sales up until 9 o'clock. I could stay out there until 9 o'clock. That one sale will come. And it happens every single time, guys. Trust me. So if you work that full shift and you do it, trust me, it'll happen. So that is number 1, to stay consistent. Write your goals down and accomplish those goals. Number 2 is never stop. Never stop moving. Never stop going. You know, when we stop, that's when life stops. So we can't stop. We have to just keep pushing ourselves, push ourselves to the limit. You know, nothing's going to happen to you because you push yourself to the limit. You know, just get people out of your ear. Don't have people in your ear, because people will bring you down, you know, because they see you pushing, they see you going. So just, you know, don't listen to anybody that's negative. Listen to positive people. Mitharli said it, stay close to the fire. Stay close to those that are doing, stay close to those that you see, you know, being successful in life. You know, so that is number 2, never stop. Number 3 is wake up in the morning and see life as just positive, you know, because like it is, you know, life is positive. You may be tired at 7 a.m., you know, get up, you got to be on the train and call, which is an amazing thing because this adds value to your life. You know, and what adds value to your life is what you want, where you want to be. You know, it doesn't matter if it's 7 a.m., doesn't matter if it's 6 a.m. If it's something that's going to add value to your life, it's something that you want to be in. So these are steps to, you know, being consistent, staying consistent, and, you know, stay close to those people, You know, just continue to do it. You know, when you're not consistent with doing things and you fall off, you have to start back over again now, you know? And it's like climbing up that hill. You got up that hill and then you fell down. What do you have to do again now? Climb right back up that hill again, you know? And it may be a little bit harder at that time. But if you stayed consistent and said, you know what, I'm gonna hold on, I'm gonna hang on, and I'm gonna get up to that mountain, then you get up to that mountain. But just stay consistent with your sales, stay consistent on the calls, stay consistent with being, you know, Monday mornings, you know, that's our meetings. That's us being able to get together and be with each other. You know, we go through a lot. We go through a lot in the field. We go through a lot with the customers. We go through a lot in our minds and things that we go through in life with our families, right? So us being together and being a unity, which we are, you know, we've become family. So we want to stick together. And this is consistency. Monday morning, 9 a.m., you know, get with your general manager, get into those meetings. Wednesday, 7 a.m., get into the training. Friday, 10 a.m. This is being consistent. And when you start doing it, you will see that the consistency is going to pay off. So that's all I have for you guys. If you guys have any questions, you guys can throw it in the chat for any one of us. I appreciate you guys. Anyone have any questions?
Yes,
Miss
can I
Heath,
have
you
a
know what's
question?
going on with the call center with the Verizon number?
You the call center you're talking about for to apply
No,
the discount?
Verizon, the ACP. I've been having people saying they've been having problems getting through when they call Verizon to apply the ACP code. Verizon been telling them to apply online or something like that.
I mean, I know 1-800 Verizon is, you know, 1-800. Did they call 1-800 Verizon?
Yeah,
Okay, and they told them to apply it
through online, and then they be asking a bunch of questions. I don't know. It's like weird.
I don't know, maybe they're backed up. I'm just not sure, you know, why they're telling them to do that, but maybe they're backed up. You know, it is a lot of people. Remember, we're signing up a lot of people. So it could be a
And
lot
I
of
just want
people.
to let everybody know they are advertising it now on the EBT app. Yeah, I know everybody knew about that, but
Okay. All righty. Okay, you had any other question, Marilyn?
no,
Okay. Did that answer your question?
I didn't get the answer.
They may be backed up. They may either be backed up and that's why they're telling them to do that, you know. That's all I can think of is because of the fact of that. You know, I know that number's not working. You know, I had a customer that said the same thing. So 1-800 Verizon, you know, if they tell them they have to do the app, then that's what the customer needs to do.
All right.
Okay. Could I say something? Oh, this is okay. All right. So you know what? Hold on 1 second. Can you give me 2 seconds? Are there any other questions? Does anybody else have any questions?
Yes. Some of them aspects of being motivated, do you the best results?
I'm sorry, who is speaking?
And Anthony Kane.
Oh, and what did you say? I'm so sorry.
I said, what aspects of motivations like really help you? You get the best results when you implicate in your life.
Number one is that staying consistent. Staying consistent, you know, continuing to hit your goals. Continuing, you know, it'll keep you motivated when you do what you have to do. You know, when we don't do what we have to do, that is not going to keep us motivated because you tell yourself, hey, I should have did it. And then we become complacent because we did it one day, we did it the next day, and we continue to do it. So we've become complacent, in that. So that doesn't motivate us. So to me, I like to, motivate by reading, taking action and doing it. That's basically how I like to do it. If I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. I don't like to say it if I'm not gonna do it. And I have to reach it once I say it, and that keeps me motivated.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Sure, can I have a question?
Yes. Joseph, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. So my question is, how do we manage to not get attached to our goals? Like, let's say I set a goal and I don't achieve it during that week, but then how do I manage that? Not be attached to that goal, like to not let that goal affect me, even if I achieve it or not. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Joseph, could you say that again? Because it's kind of muffled a little bit. Can you say it one more time, please?
Yes. So can you hear me better now?
I can hear you. Can you guys
Okay, I
hear?
was asking.
It's still
Yes.
muffled.
I was asking how do we set our goals, but when we don't achieve them, do not let them give us negative energy or to be attached on our goals, and when we don't achieve them to be said in a way, how do we manage that state?
It's very muffled, Joseph, but are you saying, like, how do we manage to keep our goals? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
How do people manage?
I can
Say it
send a text message in the chat.
Okay, yes, please. How do we manage our emotions so when we don't hit our goals to not be dwelling on it? And this question is just open for everyone. Joseph, is that who you're asking? Everyone? Are you asking a specific person?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. So how do we manage our emotions so when we don't hit our goals to not be dwelling on it? Ms. Darlene, Ms. Charlene, Robbie. Anyone want to answer that?
All right. So Joseph, when I think about mastering my emotions or, controlling to my emotions, what do? I read. So I try to read. Not only that, I take deep breaths and I think positive. I don't know if this is answering your question, but I do have 2 books that I would like to refer to you for emotional intelligence. So this is the first one. 1 second, let me take the blur off. All right. Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right, so this is Emotional Intelligence. And this one is by Brandon Goldman.
Yeah.
I read this, and there's also another one called Master Your Emotions. And these 2 books talk about mastering your emotions, like learning how to cope and learning how to deal with not only your emotions, but also other people's emotions. And I feel like when it comes down to emotions, it's really the most important thing, because that's how we get through life, by our feelings. And that's pretty much what our emotions are, our feelings. So to another book as well. I'm sorry, I'm gonna add another one, and that's Atomic Habits. That way, this book is to teach you how to create new habits and break old bad ones. So the reason I say these books, is because it will help build you. It will help build character. Not only will it help build character, it'll also give you the wisdom to know, like, say for instance, if you see someone on the streets and you're walking to your car and they're going through like a crisis, at least you will be able to help them out while you're walking, because you understand how to utilize emotions. You understand the keys of emotions. Make sense?
All right. Yep. Thank you.
All right.
Anybody else
I
like to
can
add?
go.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, me personally, I first like to feel the emotions first, even if it's like for 2 hours after, you're just mad that you didn't accomplish your goals, or you feel sad. I just like to feel it instead of pushing it to the sides, because I know it's gonna come out later on if I just push it to the side and I just push myself to work harder. So I'd like to feel it first, have grace for myself, because, we're all human and we're not perfect. You're not always going to hit your targets or hit your goals. That's okay, as long as you understand that. But you also have to understand, if you really have that goal or you want to accomplish certain things, yes, you're human, but you also have to become a superhuman to get to your goals. You have to be like better than the average. So you can't be easy on yourself. You have to push yourself at some point. You got to be hard on yourself, especially if you don't have anybody else around you to push you, to be that rock for you. So you got to become that rock for yourself. You got to be the parent, but you also have to be your best friend at the same time. Like, be, okay, you know what, it's fine. I didn't get this. It's not fine, but I understand that I did not do this. I didn't say what I said I was going to do. I didn't do what I said I was going to do. But now you have to come up with a plan on how you're really going to do that. And like Laquita said, the book, Atomic Habits, I just bought that myself. And it's for the same reason, because I want to get to certain goals that I've wanted to, to achieve, but I didn't. So now you got to get things that's going to help you, that's going to help reinforce these goals. Reading or watching YouTube videos, people that, that are achieving what you want to achieve, or people that are talking and doing that thing or these things that you want to do. So watch these people. I would literally tune out everybody else, tune out anything else that has nothing to do with what I'm trying to get to, with what I'm trying to achieve, and just surround yourself with like things that's about your goals. Like, even if it's YouTube videos, even if you want to watch a movie, you want to Netflix and chill with a movie that has a purpose, that has a meaning, that's going to actually push you, that has a lesson in there. So just surround yourself with things that has to do with your goals. So that way you don't get distracted. That way, even if you look up, you look down, you look to the left or to the right, it's all about, your goals. Basically, it has something to do with that. So, and you got to know, it's you. Nobody else will do it for you, and no one else will push you. And that should make you feel good about yourself too, in a way, because it's like, I can do it. I will do it. And once you achieve your goals, you feel 10 times better. You know how that boosts your confidence, your self-esteem, and you feel good. You feel like you're a superhero. You feel like you're better than the people around you, because most people around you, they're not doing things for themselves. So once you accomplish your goals, that makes you feel better. And we all want to feel better. We all want to feel good all the time. So always push yourself to do what you have to do regardless. So that's how I would do it.
Thank you.
No problem.
Amazing, Charlie.
Also, I would like to say something as well, to piggyback off of both what Laquita and Mathali said. But majority of the things that Mathali said, she just said them more eloquent than I could. But don't give up. Never give up. Just because that one time you didn't make that goal, or that 2 times you didn't make that goal, don't give up, because you learn. That's where you start thinking about, what is it that I didn't do? What is it that I should have done? But don't beat yourself up about it. Just implement it. Go for it. Go full force in whatever it takes for you to accomplish it the next time. Just never give up. Defeat is not a word we like to use. We don't like to feel defeated. We want to feel powerful at all times. I want to feel powerful. Sometimes when I have a hard time figuring out how to do something that I need to know how to do, I don't let it defeat me. It just makes me go harder at trying to accomplish it. So it's just a matter of staying focused still, staying positive. Don't let nothing take you out of your mind frame. Don't let nothing steal your joy. It's the best way I can put it. Let nothing steal your joy. If you know making that goal was going to make you happy and you want to be happy, you're going to keep working toward that goal so you can be happy. So never feel defeated. Always keep going.
Yeah.
I hope that helps.
I have something to say. And this is just for everybody. I know sometimes it might be a bore keeping your tablet on your hand, but we gotta be responsible about our equipment that we receive from Bridge the Gap. So you make sure if you don't have it on your arm, please don't lay that tablet down anywhere. Put it in your book bag, put it on your arm. Make sure you're responsible enough to keep, that much, because you have to pay for these things if you lose them or something like that. And you don't want to lose them because it costs money. So make sure, this for future reference for everybody, make sure you keep that tablet on your wrist. If it's not on your wrist, put a book bag on your back and keep it in the back. That's all I have to say.
Good morning. Great morning, everybody. How's everyone doing?
Great morning.
So I have something. I have this slogan that I say, and it ties into what everybody says in this chat. It's always business, never personal, but make it your business to take it personal. If you live by that alone, I live by that in everything I do, because a lot of things in life personally can happen to you. Like last night, something happened to me, but I know that at the next day, I can't bring that into work. I'm a Marine War veteran. I cannot bring PTSD into work. It's not productive, and it won't do anything but cause me to go in reverse of what I want to accomplish in life. But I live by that slogan to the day I'm called. It's always business, never personal, but make it your business to take it personal. And that's my motivational thing in life. Plus the Rocky, well, I call myself the Tiger. That's motivation. If you ever watch Rocky, it's definitely motivational. But I live by that, and everything will be great when I'm at work or when I'm working.
Okay. If you guys don't know who that is Wallace, and he's in charge of VA Walmarts. So Wallace, thank you so much for that.
Can I say something as well?
Yes. Okay.
While we out there on the field, we also gotta be mindful of the number one enemy. And that's the person that's we look in the mirror and we see. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people around not gonna be able to combat the number one enemy. And they're gonna constantly trying to take you down. So we gotta be mindful of the number one enemy on both sides. We can't let them take away our strength, and we can't get them strength. I just want to throw that out there. So sometimes there'd be a lot of things going on where people think, well, people get defeated by themselves. That's all I really want to say. Just be mindful of the person in the mirror.
Absolutely. We see ourselves every day, don't we? Every day in the mirror. We gotta like ourselves. We gotta love ourselves. We're the first person we wake up to, right? Number one, God. And then after that, we look at ourselves. So yes, King, that is very, very important. We gotta look at ourselves in the mirror. I would like to say one thing. So, Joseph, to what you were saying, about emotions, we basically can, we have control over our emotions, as long as we put positive things inside of us, I say it all the time, to me, mindset is everything. You know, when you wake up in the morning, you know, the quotes that you guys see, you know, those quotes are very motivating. And these are things that we need to see, affirmations that we say, you know, it gets us out of our emotions and how we feel. You know, talk about it. Talk about it. Don't hold it in. You know, don't feel any kind of way because of the fact that, you know, you're feeling a certain way, but just talk about it. So that's my key points of, you know, and if anybody else has anything for Joseph.
Yeah, I have something to say. Thank you, Ms. Out. In the military, we had a motto we always, when someone asked, hey, I respond by, well, yesterday was a better day, but today I'm going to make it better than yesterday. Like Mithali said, we need to stay positive. Don't let any negativeness bring us down. If anybody believes that anybody's perfect or everything is perfect in life, there's no perfection. We can make it as close to perfect as we can with our positive attitude. And if we don't get a yes from one customer, it's okay. You'll get a yes from the next customer, the other customer, as long as you think positive, you stay persistent, and also discern what happened. Debrief yourself. What did I say? What did I did or didn't do that I could make it better so that I can improve and stay or meet my goals and successfulness? But staying positive, thinking positive is very, very important. Like Mithali said, it's okay to talk to a team member or whatever. Hey, no matter how much experience, how many years you have, who you are, whatever, it's always good to talk to a team member because we're not alone. We're in together on the same journey. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Once again, yes, thank you so much for that, Orlando.
You're welcome.
Anyone else have anything?
I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for being very inspiring because I've been beating myself down and I'm tired of feeling sorry for myself and making excuses. So I appreciate all y'all beautiful people for giving me some hope and inspiration.
We appreciate you, Marilyn.
I'll say something real quick.
Okay.
You heard?
Good morning, Marcus. Great morning.
What's up? So the young, who's going? Is she going? Is she just talking? You going?
Go ahead, Marcus.
All right. So to the person who was like, it's on the website, you know, I guess Verizon's on the, I guess, ACP website or whatever. That's a good thing, right? Because now people don't like doing nothing by themselves. Furthermore, they're impatient. You know, like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. So that being on the website is motivation for you because now you can say, yo, we even on the website. If you don't believe me, blah, say blah, and use that as far as help for them to have confidence in you in order to complete the sale. Cell phones, tab, everything been on the website for anybody to go get. They just don't have the patience and or the know-how to go get it and don't want to wait around when you could just do that for them and have them do it faster, have you do it faster. So that's, you know what I'm saying? So you don't got to worry about that. It being on the website is a good thing. That's actually a good pitch. I'm going to use it today.
Thank you so much for that, Marcus. Appreciate that. That is amazing. Wow. So, guys, if there's nothing else, we had a great call. It was amazing. And like Quincy just said, yes, on point. Absolutely. So it was great being with you guys. We had a great time. Till next Wednesday, 7 a.m.
Yes. Let's get it, gang.